Okay, I'm having a chat with two people, and they're fitting in the frame. It's wonderful. Two dancers that have come in from Chicago. We're going to talk about that. The write-up from Los Angeles yesterday. They are will be. This is we're talking about Michelle Meltzer, who will be dancing the role Snow Queen, and her partner Braeden Barnes, who will be dancing the role of Snow Cavalier. How romantic is that for Santa Barbara Festival Ballets? Excuse me while I swallow. Santa Barbara Festival Ballet's 43rd annual production of Nutcracker at the Arlington in the big Arlington Theater in downtown Santa Barbara. Those of you who are in Southern California, I know we're having a rough time with fires and everything, but maybe I don't know, maybe this will clear up a little bit by this weekend. The performances are this Saturday and this Sunday, the 9th and 10th of December. So we're trying to get this up. We've been trying to communicate for a couple days now, and blackouts and lightouts and everything else have been going on. But we're going to have a wonderful talk about this 43rd production of Nutcracker at the Arlington with Festival Ballet. But first, Braeden, Michelle, you arrived from Chicago, I presume, because you're both based there yesterday. Los Angeles International Airport, and we're driven up to Santa Barbara. What did you see?
We saw a lot of smoke. That was the first thing that we saw. And then we actually drove right past Ventura and we were on the 101. And we saw some flames on the side of the highway there. It was,
It's pretty shocking
yeah.
driving through that.
Yeah, and
Now.
it's too bad that you're visiting beautiful, otherwise sunny California. The climate has been so gorgeous, the weather's been so beautiful, and then this unfortunate event. But anyway, we'll move on. Let me do a little bit about tickets and so on. Santa Barbara Festival Ballet, as I've said before, the guest artists is the biggest wonder of this particular production of Nutcracker at the Arlington Theater in Santa Barbara. Dancers from Miami City Ballet, New York City Ballet, Aerial Dance Chicago, that's Michelle, Visceral Dance Chicago, Braeden, Janosphere Dance, New York City. Tickets, I mean, it's crazy. The $25 to $55. Can't beat that. I mean, for a family entertainment. Again, Arlington Theater box office, those of you in Santa Barbara, put on your masks and walk over. It's 1317 State Street in downtown Santa Barbara. You can't miss the building. And for those throughout Southern California that want to just throw a call at the box office, the telephone number is area code 805 963 4408. Now, let's get started. You both arrived safely from LA. That's good. You had your first
Absolutely.
rehearsal. You had your first rehearsal last night. Was that with orchestra or with piano, or how'd that go?
No, it was just with the old recording
Sure.
from previous years. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
the conductor was there, so we got to meet her
Okay,
and
good.
go over it. Yeah,
Talk about some tempos
yeah,
because everyone has their own sort of tempo they like, especially when how we rehearse like with a different CD
Uh-huh.
than they've been practicing. So just finding common ground of the tempo and the music.
Yeah, exactly. It's like any soloist with a symphony orchestra. You kind of get together with the conductor and make sure everybody's on the right page about that.
Absolutely.
right.
Michelle is a native of Indianapolis with all kinds of wonderful training, degree, Bachelor of Science in ballet from the Jacobs School of Music at Indiana University. Braeden has had a wonderful career, including with many, many training schools, but Joffrey in particular. And both are now in Chicago area. Braeden is dancing with, hang on, I'm going to get the head of it just a minute ago, is dancing with Visceral Dance Chicago. We'll talk about that. I got to know what that's about. And Michelle is dancing with Aerial Dance Chicago. And this is now, obviously, it's contemporary dance repertoire for both of you. Give me an idea. Why don't we start with Michelle? Michelle, tell me, I've seen this miracle, this wonderful, this glory that is called aerial dance. It's so impressive. Tell me what Aerial Dance Chicago does, please.
They're a very amazing company for their art form. What they do is they're a strongly based contemporary dance program that takes contemporary dance into the vertical floor. So, what they try to do is really translate movement from the ground into the air. So, a lot of what you see isn't necessarily the it's very amazing to watch because it's still you're hanging from 18 feet up in the air, but it may not be as high or as technical or as what an audience member might assume is a shocking drop from a very high level. But a lot of it is a very beautiful way of bringing dance into the air. So it's
Boy,
very special.
that was described beautifully. And you know what? There are some shocking moments. I've had my own gasp when somebody drops a few feet and is caught at the last moment. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such dramatic theater and very physical. By the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of physical, from what I've seen at the website for Visceral Dance Chicago, we're talking physical. Tell me about that company.
Yeah, it's my first year with the company. It's my first kind of really professional contemporary company because, like me and Michelle, we've both grown in the classical ballet. And how we met in Nevada Ballet is, we all come from classical backgrounds. So Visceral Dance is a small company, and all the dancers are classically trained for the most part, but we do very intense work from all different types. Like we did a ballet work this fall, and we did European type work. We do all types of stuff in full programs, but it's really fun, and it's very demanding of the body.
Do I hear a New Zealand accent anywhere in there?
No.
Do I hear some kind of accent? What part of the country does that little accent come from?
It's actually not, funny enough. It's actually a speech impediment.
Oh, so sorry.
No, not at all. But a lot of people think it's like Australian, British. I got Boston sometimes.
So you play it. I hope you play it for all it's worth, right?
Yeah, and it's like, it's mine.
Well, sorry for asking because I know very well that you're a Chicago boy.
And I'm so used to it. So.
I thought it was going to be maybe north side, south side, east side, something. That accent, something. Let's see. You two are partnering as Snow Queen and Snow Cavalier, the most beautiful pas de deux, the music, of course, of Tchaikovsky, so brilliant. Is this your shtick? Have you done this before? Has somebody put you together for the first time? What is it? Festival Ballet's responsibility? What's going on?
Well, we both kind of done the Snow pas separately in different productions, but this is the first year that we're doing it together.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's great.
Yeah.
So does the marriage, or should I say the bonding between you have any, sorry about that, have any consequences? You get home, you argue about who did what, who crossed over in front of whom, what, anything like that, or is it okay?
No.
Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't fought.
Yeah, we haven't fought at all.
Yeah.
Coming to the last moment.
Yeah.
No, but it's been really easygoing. We're pretty good about just saying very calmly, oh, I don't know if this step is going to work. I think we should do it this way. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. Very good.
Yeah.
I
love the calmness about that approach. That's going to help your relationship go a long, long way. I have a funny feeling. And what about any of the other? You've danced. I know you just did performances up in Michigan. Wonderful little company. You must be friends with this. Tell me about that performance up in Michigan. I've forgotten the name of the town just now.
It's Port Huron, Michigan. And with the Nutcracker Ballet Theater. They put on a Nutcracker production once a year. Yeah. And it was actually a friend of ours, their home Nutcracker that they grew up doing. So it's really special. They bring together kids all over the area in the community from all different schools and studios. And they've been doing it for a long time.
That's the beauty of Nutcracker. Anyway, let me go up here and just read a little bit. Everybody knows that it's a work immortalized in everyone's minds, but it gives opportunity for dance students from all over. In this case, with Festival Ballet, it's the whole community. I mean, the Department of Dance at UCSB, students from the school there, from the Festival Ballet School, UCSB Dance Company, people from Santa Barbara City College dance program. Everybody gets together and has this ecumenical experience. It never seems to get tired or boring. There's always the magic and the emotion. I'm just thinking again of the tune to the pas de deux that you two dance, and gives me palpitations just thinking about remembering that tune. Let me just ask about audiences. It's a dumb question because you're going to say, oh, they're all the same all over wherever we dance. But is there anything different about a Midwest audience, or is this the first time West Coast audience? Anything, or is it just Nutcracker? Everybody loves it. Everybody has a great time. I set you up.
I think it's definitely it's always different. Every city we do Nutcracker in, and how the audience takes in that performance, and also too like the production of that said Nutcracker. Like the one we have here is very special to Santa Barbara, and it'll be interesting to see like how the audience takes it in because it's been running for a long time, and it's obviously a hit, and people love it. So we're excited to see how the audience takes
Yeah.
it in and
Yeah.
experience that.
Good. And is it, I suppose memory is automatic now in terms of Nutcracker. You know what I mean about dance roles? And you've done other roles, I presume, besides Snuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've done every role except the Rat King. So that's on my bucket list to do
Okay,
Rat
to
King.
do
And
Rat
it's
King. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's also the score is something that because it's been a part of our dance lives, and I'm sure so many other dancers who've done Nutcracker for the majority of their career, the score is something that is very ingrained in your memory.
Yeah.
And you can remember all the small nuances from, the years that you've done it to tape or to live orchestra, and the music's very special.
And this is always it's always a good thing when you have a live orchestra in the pit. I'm not just speaking as a
Absolutely.
conductor,
Yes.
but the difference. It's very subtle, but there's an organic something something, as opposed to trailing along trying to keep up with a regular with a recording. So there's all of that give and take that you've enjoyed. I hope last night we're at your first rehearsal with Festival Ballet. How's it shaping up? What can you tell us? Come on.
It's going to be a really great show.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah. We didn't see a lot. We just saw the Arabian number
And
Yeah.
and
the snow corps
the Snow
of
Corps,
dancers.
and we worked on finale, but it's going to be a great show. I'm excited to see the rest.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What's next? How? Surely this is the. I know it's Michelle. You have a date coming up back in Chicago, 16th, 17th, something like that. I can't remember. But are you guys heading back to Chicago? Or do you have any dates with your
Yeah.
company or what?
Yeah, we're actually off for the rest of December,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
this
So
is
this is
going
the
to
last
be
one for us.
right before our Christmas break,
Yeah.
and then we go back into rehearsals for our spring and
Yeah.
tour and stuff. Yeah.
That's nice. I thought you were going to have to tell me you had 8 more Nutcrackers to do between now
Next
and.
year we're
Next
planning.
year,
Yeah.
we'll work on it.
Well, and it's good. Hello, it's good for dancers in the profession. It's nice income, so I support you, and I hope you do get lots and lots of engagements next week.
Thank you.
Let's just run down to very briefly again. I'm speaking with Michelle Meltzer, who will be dancing the role of Snow Queen, and her Snow Cavalier, Braeden Barnes. The two are special guests, along with some other wonderful guest artists from Miami City Ballet, New York City Ballet, Aerial Dance, which is Michelle's company, Visceral Dance Chicago, which is Braden's company, Janosphere in New York City, and the whole community. This is Santa Barbara Festival Ballet's 43rd Nutcracker at the Arlington in downtown Santa Barbara. Tickets are $25 to $55. You can't go wrong. There are group rates and all kinds of good stuff. Call the Arlington Theater box office from Southern California, or stop by 1317 State Street. The performances are this Saturday, December 9th. That's in about 2 days. I'm going to throw this up as quickly as I can out to my 15,000 out there all over Southern California. The times for the Saturday performance are there's a 2:30 matinee, and there's a 7 o'clock, which means you can get the kids home reasonably early. Performance of Nutcracker, that's Saturday the 9th, and on Sunday the 10th, a matinee 2:30 in the afternoon. 25 to 55, I've said. Box office number 805-963-4408. Let me say that again, 805-963-4408. Michelle Braeden, thank you very much. We've worked on this for a couple days now. I'm thrilled that you're in one piece, that you're here in Santa Barbara with us. I hope you had a chance to at least hang out and have a coffee and have a little bit of a look at Santa Barbara despite the fire circumstances. Many thanks again. I'll be seeing you probably Saturday night.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
great.
All
See you
right.
then.
Okay.